So once again, good afternoon, everyone. I would like to welcome all of you on behalf of ICAE. I am Almas and I'll be your host for this session today. I would like to thank King's College India, especially Mr. Surjit Singh and Ms. Neeru for giving us this opportunity to organize this virtual fair with us. And I would like to inform all the students that today we have top global universities with us. So make the most of this opportunity and get all your queries answered. We will be happy to take your queries after the short introductions from the universities. You can drop in your questions in Q&A box, or you can raise your virtual hand to get your queries answered. So before moving on to the introductions, I would like to invite the officiating headmaster of King's College India, Mr. Surjit Singh. Sir, over to you.
Good afternoon. Thanks, Miss Almas. I'm Surjit Singh, officiating headmaster, King's College India, and I can see many known faces actually. So we have met before also, Harpreet sir,
yes,
and few others. Yes. So I welcome all the parents, students, and teachers of King's College India to this university fair that the school has organized in association with ICEA. International Center for Advancement of Education. I also welcome the students, parents, and teachers of MDN Public School for their presence today for this session. And I thank Dr. Lily Nagpal, Principal MDN Public School, Dr. Lalita Malik, Senior Coordinator, MDN Public School for their presence. I appreciate the support of ICEA to King's College India and to our sister school, MDN Public School, in the form of this university fair. ICEA links higher education organizations with students and teachers all over the world and help the students to make informed decisions regarding their higher education options. We are happy to have Ms. Almas, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name correct, to Ms. Almas as the moderator of this session. And we thank Mr. Nazir and the team ICEA for this association with King's College India and with the MDN Public School. I'm sure this association will go long and our students will get the benefit of this association. I welcome all the delegates of different Indian and overseas universities to this session. With their expert guidance, I'm sure students will get good exposure to all the admission possibilities, all the admission opportunities available to them. And this session will help them to make an informed decision for their university admission and of course for their life as well. Little information about King's College India and MDN Public School for the university delegates. We all others on the session, we all know about both the schools. But just for the university delegates, King's College India is a British boarding and day boarding school. We are associated with King's College Taunton, and this is the 5th year of our establishment. In a short span of 4 years, school has set standards which schools generally takes years to achieve. School offers the Cambridge curriculum, one of the proven curricula available in the field of school education around the world. King's College India aspires to be a boarding school that is respected and recognized internationally for providing holistic education to its students and equip them with life skills that would place them first among equals when they step into the real world. Our sister concern, MDN Public School, is a known name, well-known name in the field of school education in Rohtak and in the state of Haryana. School is affiliated to Central Board of Secondary Education, New Delhi, and now under the able leadership of Dr. Lily Nagpal, the school is providing holistic education to 1,500 plus students. We'll be very happy to have all university delegates and of course team ICEA in King's College India campus, in MDN campus once this situation becomes normal. To organize this session, we have with us from King's College India, Ms. Neeru, head KCI Career Counseling Cell, and Mr. Dushyant, Key Stage 5 Coordinator and Cambridge Examination Officer at King's College, India. Both have vast experience working with career counseling organizations and universities and counseling the students year after year from last, I believe, more than 5-6 years. So I'll pass this session over to Ms. Niru. Thank you everyone for your presence for this session. Thank you. Ms. Niru, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Surjit. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Mr. Surjit, officiating principal KCI, Ms. Lily Nagpal, principal MDN Public School, Mr. Dushyant, KCI coordinator, Key Stage 5, Ms. Meenakshi, Key Stage 4 coordinator, Dr. Lalita Malik, coordinator, MDN Public School, counseling team, teachers, parents, and my dear students. I'm delighted to welcome you all to King's College and MDN Public School, Rohtak, especially when we harmonize with the ICAE India for today on Virtual Education Fair. I would like to thank and welcome ICAE Coordinator, Ms. Almaz, delegates from various universities around the world, Mr. Mr. Harpreet Singh, who have kindly accepted and come to share the platform with our schools and to guide our students in developing an insight and knowledge about universities, applications, courses, etc. We are regularly asked by our students and parents also, what are the benefits that a student can achieve from career counseling sessions? This question is mostly asked by students and sometimes parents also, while choosing their options or helping their kids with subjects to study or making their initial career choices or thinking about making a subject change. I have therefore, as per my knowledge, made a list of some of the benefits that students will gain from career counseling sessions. First thing is we are going to definitely guide them based on their strengths, interests, and values, then set objectives for greater results, discard confusion. This is the most important aspect we are going to cover. Get to know the availabilities around the world with the help of sessions like today. Support and motivation. Yes, we are always there in KCI for this kind of support and motivation with the help of Mr. Surjit, always there standing with us. Understanding the world of work. I believe this way we are complete, and this is how we work in KCI. So without taking much time today's valuable session, I would like to extend a warm welcome again to all the representatives, panelists, and attendees to this wonderful session. Over to Ms. Almaz. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Niru and Surjit sir, for your inspiring words. So I would like to very quickly invite all the universities to have a short introduction one by one. And I would like to request all of you, please stick to the time limits as we will be covering most of the things in the Q&A session. So very quickly, I will call Mr. Saurabh from University of Victoria to take over from here. Saurabh, over to you.
Yeah. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it is there.
Yes. Okay. Good afternoon, students and the respected people from the schools. My name is Saurabh. I work for the University of Victoria, and this is a university in Canada. I mean, based in the western part of Canada. And in front of you is the lush green park-like campus. I mean, this is 406 acres of campus out there with all facilities intact. Now moving forward, I mean, first we should slightly have a glimpse about the city, because you should always understand where exactly you are heading and what exactly are the whereabouts. So Victoria happens to be the capital city of British Columbia. It is, I mean, we've been there since this place, I mean, back from and where we were as a Victoria College, and in 1968 we got the university status. Nearby cities, if you say major cities, are Vancouver and Seattle in the US. So we are just there on the US-Canada border. And the university enjoys 116 plus years of history. It's a public university in Canada and funded by the government. Population of the city is roughly under 4 lakhs, which is by Canadian standards a decently populated place. And being the capital city, you'll find all the best amenities which you need in a proper city. Weather-wise out here, I mean, the winters are 8 degrees and summers are 22 degrees. So it's quite conducive for any student to travel over there, because at times, you might have apprehensions about, Canadian weather. But here it is a pleasant weather for you to. We are a mid-sized university. I mean, mid-sized university means that we are roughly 22,000 students on campus, of which 1,800 are undergraduate and 3,400 are international students who come from 109 countries. So mid-sized university also, confirms you that you have a better one-on-one connect with the resources, your faculty members, your peer groups. So I mean, it becomes very easy accessible to you. Moving forward, when you pick up an international university, you always like to know what kind of rank the university. So University of Victoria has been consistently ranked in top 3 comprehensive universities of Canada. We are also ranked number 1 in terms of our graduate employability. It means our students are picked up very quickly by the industry once they graduate. Most of these rankings have also have a foundation on the overall program satisfaction, the quality of education that we provide, and the various programs that we have, and globally what are the rankings. So you'll find all the major courses that we offer will be in on the top 250 programs across the globe. As I said, we are ranked very high for graduate employability. I mean, the foundation for this has been laid down by something called as the co-op education. Now, the co-op education, for you, those who don't know, is basically sort of an internship which is linked to the field of your graduation, and you gain experience while you are there in the program. So say this starts from the second year onwards, and every 8 months that you study, after that 4 months you have to work in the industry and get paid for that. So it's a paid internship in a nutshell, you can understand like that. And when you graduate with 12 to 16 months of relevant experience, which will help you, crack the employment of the future. At University of Victoria, the average earnings that you can expect from a 4-month co-op is basically $11,400, which is good enough to take care of your part of your living expenses in Canada. These are the type of companies that recruit our students. So you can imagine when having a Google or a Tesla or an Amazon on your resume, you will be employed first once you. 75% of the students who take up these co-op opportunities receive a job offer by the time they graduate. So before actually you would complete the graduation, you'll already be having a job in hand. And distribution wise also, you can choose to work in British Columbia, which 80% of our students do. There are also, a good number of 13% students who work outside, of British Columbia as well. Program wise, we have range of programs available except medicine, dentistry, law, and design. Any program you can pick up. There are 80 plus programs, major programs to choose from. Popular programs, if I talk about engineering, we are very popular for computer science, BSc, as well as computer science engineering, software engineering, electrical, mechanical, and civil engineering. Social sciences, we are very popular for economics, psychology, and environmental sciences. If you are looking at anything into business, then we have the Bachelor's of Commerce program, a comprehensive 4-year business management program, in which first 2 years are pre-business, and then you specialize in international management and services management or entrepreneurship. If you're into sciences, data sciences, students can pick up computer science plus statistics, which is the right combination for you. For students who are interested in space and astronomy, astronomy and physics is the right combination. And then for our students who come from biology background, can also pick up earth and ocean sciences kind of program. Academic requirements, we want, if in case you are a CBSE student, then we are looking at 75 to 80% in your class 12. If you have an 80% or above in your class 10, based on that, we can consider you for a conditional admission. However, having said that, just getting the minimum marks is not the right thing. You should try to get at least slightly over. As you mentioned that you also follow a Cambridge curriculum, so we require A levels, and you should have minimum C in all the subjects, and your relevant subject you should have a B. We need 5 O level and 3 A level subjects. English language, if in case you're writing in IELTS or TOEFL, we need a 6.5 in IELTS or TOEFL 90. However, if in case you can present a certificate from your school that the medium instruction was English from 9 to 12, we can waive off this condition for IELTS. This is a slight cost of education that we have. Your tuition fees, except for engineering program, is roughly around about 14.5 lakhs, and for other programs it is just over 50 lakhs. Overall investment will be roughly around about 21 to 22 lakhs per annum. If in case you are a bright student, we can also consider you for some kind of scholarship, because we have international capital scholarship, which ranges from $2,000 to $10,000. And if in case you want, we can also offer you some on-campus work study position, which open up once you reach on the on-campus. These are my coordinates. If in case you have any specific questions about the program or your profile, you can write back to me on this email.
Thank you, Saurabh. Thank you very much. Now moving on from one Canadian university to another, I would like to invite Mr. Divya Kumar from University of Ottawa.
Hi, a very good afternoon. Can you hear me? Is the presentation up?
Yes, yes, yes.
It is up. Okay, perfect. Very good afternoon to all of you. I am Divya and I work for the University of Ottawa. I represent University of Ottawa in South Asia and the Middle East. So it's a large market that I take care of. I have been here for the last 5 years, and I know quite a bit about the university. So if students have any specific questions, they can probably write to me later. Now, Ottawa is the capital of Canada. I'm sure you all are aware of it. It is also called as the Silicon Valley North. So you have a high concentration of high-tech industries in the region. It is the 4th largest city in Canada, and it's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Now, as far as University of Ottawa goes, it is very strategically located right in the center of the capital. The walking distance from the Parliament is 10 minutes, and the walking distance to the Prime Minister's home is also 10 minutes. The residential area of Ottawa, University of Ottawa, is very nearby. So you can either stay on campus, on a residence, or stay off campus. Now, University of Ottawa is the largest English-French bilingual university in the world. It is ranked among the top 10 in Canada, and we are ranked 141 in the world if you look at the Times Higher ranking. So if you look at the overall rankings, we are among the top 1% universities in the world. Now, we have over 450 undergraduate courses that we offer in the field of engineering, science, social sciences, arts, or whatever else that you can think of. Except for the School of Architecture, we would have every other course available at the university. Our most popular courses would be in the field of social sciences and engineering. So students who are looking to get admission into one of the social sciences fields, for example, political science or economics, we're a great university to come to. Students who are looking to be a part of the high-tech industry in Ottawa, University of Ottawa is again a great university to come. We are, other than these courses, we offer a lot of scholarships to students. We have scholarships for engineering students. So every faculty has their own scholarships. But just to give you an example, the engineering faculty has a 5,000 Canadian dollars scholarship for anyone who gets admitted into the university. And we have a 10,000 Canadian dollars scholarship for anyone who scores more than 92% in their grade 12. Now, these scholarships are renewable because most of our programs are 4 years and above. So it is renewable every year, depending on you maintaining a certain standard in your grades. Now, other than the scholarships, we have a lot of, we are academically, we are a very strong academic university, but other than the academics, we also have co-curricular activities on campus. We have swimming, basketball, so on and so forth. So there are multiple clubs, there are around 150 clubs, in fact, more than 150 clubs which students can be a part of. We also have varsity sports in case students want to participate in competitive sports. That's all about the University of Ottawa. In fact, I can't cover all of it in these 4 minutes. But if you have any more questions, you can write to me at india@uottawa.ca. Thank you, and you have a great day.
Thank you, Divya. Thank you very much. So moving on to a business school, one of the very known business school of Europe. I would like to invite Mr. Daljit Panging from ESSEC Business School.
Good afternoon, Almaz. Can you see my slide?
Yes, it is coming up. Yes, it's there now.
Okay, great.
So just one announcement for the students. Students, when you are writing the questions, please mention the name of the university so that it is easier for the delegates to answer your question. Over to you, Lord.
Okay, great. Good afternoon, Almaz, and good afternoon, everybody from King's College. I'm Daljit, International Recruitment Manager for ESSEC Business School. So in this slide, you can see what ESSEC as a business school, what we offer. So we offer global BBA as a very starting for the juniors. Then we have several master programs as well as up to MBA, including executive programs. So ESSEC is only focused on the business. So all our master program, if you see in the website, as well as you can go into the Financial Times ranking, we are top 5 worldwide in the international ranking. So why I'm saying international ranking, we are top 5, because it's also give an impact of the students about their job market. Not only that, what they earn when they get placed. And all about that, it is a kind of overall growth of the students while studying in ESSEC to become a global manager of any multinational industry. So moving into the details, I will not take long time. I will have very few slides. So I will very quickly, I will go ahead. So you can see ESSEC is quite an, it is not known, not new to the business world. So we are generating, we are creating the business managers up to the top level since 1907. So there are a few alumni who actually were from ESSEC, and they are doing very good in the business world worldwide. So there are a few, of course, there are several. We have more than 55,000 alumni. So you can go into the website, you can download our brochure where you will get the overall ideas. So here I'm just concentrating only the BBA program. So if you see the BBA program in France, we are ranked #1 since 11 years. So if you see, it's a French business school. Most of the students as well as the parents, they hesitate. They think like, okay, it's a French business school, so they need to learn French for the curriculum. For ESSEC, it is not true. So the entire curriculum in 4 years, it's 100% in English. So the student doesn't need to learn French for the curriculum, but we will teach them French for their internship, as well as they need to choose one more language. So in this slide, you can see the ranking of the masters. We are top 5. Of course, I put only 2 master programs. And if the parents as well as the students, they have a question like, okay, the students get the degree from ESSEC, whether it is worldwide recognized or no. So you can see very few business schools in the world, they have triple accreditation. So it's known as in the business world, it's called Triple Crown. So ESSEC has that Triple Crown. So the parents as well as students, they don't need to get afraid, like if they study in ESSEC, will it be recognized well or no? So in the next slide, the student can apply for Paris campus as well as for Singapore. Of course, Paris, everybody knows. In this slide, there's a very brief about Singapore. So why one need to apply in Singapore, why one need to study in Singapore. So in this slide, it gives a brief idea. In the next slide, why ESSEC is ranked #1, means global BBA is ranked #1 in France since 11 years. So this is the reason why we are ranked #1. We believe in learning by doing. So this is a kind of business school where the student, whatever they learn, they do it practically. What I want to say, in 4 years, the student need to do 10 to 12 months of internship, which is mandatory. So it is officially they need to go out from the campus. They will work in the different sector. They apply whatever they learn in the classroom. That's called learning by doing. And if you think of, there's one very interesting point, it's called apprenticeship. So in this program, under Global BBA, the student, last 2 years, they work for a company. It can be anywhere in the world. They get salary from the company while studying in the ESSEC. They gain experience, they earn salary. Very interesting point. The student doesn't need to pay their tuition fee for last 2 years. So last 2 years of the tuition fee of the students will be paid by the company to us. Very interesting point, this one. And because of that, the placement is very high in ESSEC, because the student, where they do the internship, apprenticeship track, they get the job there. So it is very different from internship. Internship is maybe for 6 months or maybe 8 months, but the apprenticeship is for 2 years. They gain the experience for 2 years, they get the salary for 2 years without paying their tuition fee. And the next slide, this is the innovative mix. I'm sure you know about that, so I'm not going in details because not much time. So this is the overall curriculum, what they learn in 4 years. So it is a very summary, it's a summary of the whole 4 years I'm showing you. And languages, we are giving a very much importance about this to the student. As I said, curriculum is 100% English. They need to learn French, which is mandatory, plus one more language they need to learn. And please note, it is not for the curriculum. This is to prepare you for the job market, to prepare you for the apprenticeship track. You can choose any of the language, it is up to you. And in the 4 years, the student has a choice of, we have 160 partner universities in 42 countries. So a student can go anywhere in the world. There are a few, you can see the King's College is there, and there are some more institutes. so you can go anywhere in the world as an exchange student. This is a very prestigious school, in fact. And at the same time, you can also have a dual degree in 10 different institutes, 1 degree from ESSEC and 1 whatever you want to choose. So what we say in ESSEC, explore yourself. The whole platter is in front of you, you pick up what you like. And there's another interesting slide, very important slide. This shows what you do after 4 years of your 4 years of global BBA. So you can see this is the amount of the salary what the student earn. It is in euros, then Singapore dollar, and in the INR. You can see the amount. Imagine you are 21 years old. After 4 years, you are earning this amount. Interesting, isn't it? So, and with the global BBA, where the student get placed, you can see they have different sector where they go and they can work. So it is not only a kind of single track, it has a wide variety where the student can choose where they have to go. So the world is yours. So this is based on the survey of 2018 BBA graduates. And the next slide, you can see in this slide, it shows the amount of students who get placed. So you can see it's almost 96% of students, 98% of students, they get placement within 6 months. So you can see how they access to the job and all the statistics. So you can have a look. It is also available in the website, or you can WhatsApp me. I will share my WhatsApp number if you have any question. This is very important and interesting. We also have several excellence scholarships as well as the diversity scholarship. You can see the amount. 2021 intake is on. Interesting thing is the student doesn't need to appear for TOEFL, IELTS, and SAT is not required. And this, if you have any question, I'm there for the moment. At the same time, if you have some question in the next days, so you can mail me or you can WhatsApp me, I will be here. So thanks, Almaz, and thanks everybody from King's College for listening very patiently. Looking forward to see you either in Paris campus or Singapore campus. Thanks a lot. Have a nice
Thank
day.
you, Doljit. Thank you very much. So moving on to one of the pioneers in the fashion and design industry, I would like to call Mr. Raul D'Souza from Instituto Marangoni.
Thank you, Almaz, and good morning to everyone at King's College and my fellow panelists. Let me start by sharing my screen. Instituto Marangoni is one of the first schools for fashion, art, and design education in Europe. Started in 1935, it has been one of the pioneers in fashion, art, and design education, not only in Europe, but now across the world. This is our campus in Mumbai, India, since 2017. It is a blend of both the made in Italy concept, but which is now made for India. So we offer undergrad programs in fashion designing, fashion styling, fashion business, and interior design. They are 3-year undergrad programs. And also we have 2 master courses, that is luxury brand management and marketing in fashion, buying and visual merchandising. But what I want to bring your attention is to our short courses, which are 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and you can take multiple sets of these courses in the streams of fashion, styling, business, and interiors, available at our Mumbai campus and also at our study abroad. So we have campuses in Milan, it's the headquarters, Florence, both in Italy, Paris, London. So you have a choice to do either the first year undergrad program at our Mumbai campus and then progress to London, Paris, Milan, or Florence for the 2nd and 3rd years. Or you can do 2 years in Mumbai and do the final year in Milan, Florence, or Paris. London is not an option there. And you will graduate with an international diploma. It's important, the passion is the one and only criteria that we need for admission and to qualify really. Other things are pretty simple and straightforward requirements by most institutes. You need a little personal statement, a little essay about what is your passion, what is your dream job, why you're choosing fashion or interior design or product design or graphic design as your choice of career. You need a little portfolio of 6 creative ideas. Very simple, yeah, just straightforward. What is your thinking, or so far, what are your skills you have developed till high school? You need a valid passport, of course, a brief resume, and these are some of the things that you require for. You can come from any stream, you can have any subjects in your high school. You don't necessarily have to have art or design. We have students coming from, science streams, commerce, and the humanities. These are example of a simple application form which needs to be filled and together signed with all your documents attached. We also have an extensive scholarship program. We also have in Mumbai, we have the intake in the months of August and January. This year, of course, because of the lockdown, we have postponed to the end of September. And January, we have an intake. Study abroad, our main intake starts in the month of October, the first week of October. And we also have a February intake. So these are intakes, and we have scholarships offered at both our campuses. So I look forward to your questions. If all those are interested in fashion design, fashion styling, fashion business, these are our fashion courses. And in design, we have interior design, product, and graphic. And of course, we have fine arts, that is painting, sculpture, modern art, art technologies, sound technology, which we have. And have a good day.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you very much. Now moving on to the Indian universities now. So I would like to call Mr. Vansh Shuk from Atria University.
A very everybody. Thank you so much and webinar. Um, so I am from Atria University. My name is Vansh, and Atria is based out of Bangalore. But I'm not going to talk about Atria too much, because if you want any information regarding the university, you will get that on the website. I'll be covering a very few parts related to liberal education, higher education in India, and how you can follow your passion, how you could study and discover if you are confused, right? So before I start with my presentation, I just want to make sure that we all are on the same page. I know that I just have 3 minutes. So the idea is not to sell this university or not to convince you to apply to Atria University. I'll just share a couple of points, what we have here, what we are offering here, and how this is different from any other college or university. So liberal education is basically a concept. It's a learning principle for people who don't know. It's a learning principle which we have inculcated from Western universities. It's a combination of natural sciences, social sciences, formal sciences, and all of these disciplines. So when you combine all of these disciplines together, um, you just get this liberal education principle, right? So somebody has rightly said that human minds are like parachutes. They work best when opened, right? So we are trying to move away from all of these traditional methods of learning. So Atria is a liberal sciences university, or we can also say that it's a when liberal arts meets technology. So we are integrating technology with management and with liberal arts. So that's what we have here. And we also focus on interdisciplinary learning. Interdisciplinary is nothing but it's basically a wide variety of subjects, right? We have a T-shaped education, meaning that once you join the university, you are allowed to choose and discover the wide variety of subjects. And then moving forward, if you are, for example, adamant about a particular subject, and if you know that, okay, this is something that I want to do, you can go and do a specialization in that, right? So at Atria, the aim is to basically create a more pragmatic corps of people who can think holistically and come out with pragmatic solutions, right, to improve the lives of the poor, marginalized, and obviously people who are disabled, right? And we also think that the jobs that are required now in the 21st century, they need that capacity to think, to read, to speak efficiently, and all of that. So we are just not imparting you education here. We are making you industry ready from day one. And the idea is not to get that 9 to 5 job. We really want you, if you think that you are confused and if you think that you want to lay your hands on something related to science, irrespective of the discipline you come from, you can do that here, right? And how we are different, before I touch the course structure, I'll just let you know that we do not have any cutoffs here. We focus on qualities. We focus on uh, passion, rigor, commitment to change, social awareness, general awareness, teamwork, critical thinking ability, and all of that. So we have a set of qualities that we look for, right? We do not have any cutoffs as such. We do not have any predefined track. We do not have any exams here. If you are coming to study here, if you are coming to Atria, you do not have to sit for any exams, right? So how we work here is as we have sprints. Basically, we do not have semesters. We have sprints. We have um, we basically follow this 2 to 3 week model. For example, if you do a particular course, let's say robotics, you just do it for 3 weeks, and by the end of it, you have to do a particular course or a particular project in order to get your degree, or let's say credits. So that's how we work. We do not have any mundane 6 month thing, right? We do not have any exams. We have projects, like I said before, right? So these are the things which make us unique. This is the uh, Atria model. This is just a picture. It's designed by an Italian architect, Mr. Perkins, and it's under construction right now. We already have one more campus in Bangalore, and the best part is that it's not in the outskirts, it's in the middle of the city. So it's just 45 minutes away from the airport, right? And coming to the course structure, we have some futuristic domains here because we feel that whatever higher education in India is offering right now is actually, it has become quite stagnant. So when I was in my 12th, I used to study these two books, Flamingo and Vistas. So I was from a CBSE board, and I know for a fact that we are still studying the same books. We are still solving the same sample papers. We are still having those Kunji's solution books and all of that. So we want to move away from all of that. We want to challenge ourselves. We want to come out of this comfort zone, right? So how we are dealing with this is that we have introduced this ELM, which is experiential learning method. So here what we have is that we have digital transformation, which includes AI, ML, robotics, interactive technology, wherein you would study about augmented reality, how drones work, how PUBG was made, how you can make Instagram lenses, right? Animation, gaming, WebEx, all of that. Then we have sustainable life sciences. If you are somebody who wants to do something related to biotech, microbiology, data sciences, biomedical instrumentation, you can do that, right? We have a strong focus on electric vehicles, aerodynamics. If you want to craft your own let's say aeroplane, if you want to make your own drones, if you want to make the interiors, let's say if you want to make a skeleton, you can do that. That's mobility. And then the last one is the energy sciences, which includes your renewable resources. Like if you want to work closely with the government, which includes your nuclear energy, wind turbine, and all of that, you can study that as well. Now the best part is that we have 4 degrees: BBA, BTech, BSc Honors, and Bachelor's of Design. And you can combine any of these with any of these majors. You can choose a degree as per your wish, and going forward, you can choose whatever you want to. You can do a BBA in mobility for that matter. So if we are talking about robotics or let's say artificial intelligence, you don't have to do coding, you don't have to do programming. It's not important, it's not necessary. If you want to do BSc Honors in that, you can do that as well. If you want to do BBA in artificial intelligence, you can go work for that as well. So we are trying to open these avenues for you guys so that you can think, and you can discuss it, you can decide, you can discover, and then you can come to an informed decision that, okay, I have studied all of these courses and it's been like 18 months. Now I know what to do. So we are giving you that liberty, right? And a humanities student who is studying, like who has studied, let's say political science, can do engineering here. You don't have to sit for any JEE. You don't have to do any, you don't have to sit for any competitive exam for that matter. If you think you want to do this, if you think that, okay, this drives me crazy, I want to lay my hands on something related to science, but not engineering for that matter, you can still apply here and you can discover yourself. I think I don't have time, right? Or do I have? No, I think I'm done with that. So no worries. If you want to know more about the admissions process and everything, I'm happy to help. You can write to me, you can call me up. But just wanted to basically end by saying that follow your passion. If you don't know what to do, please discover yourself right now. It's totally fine. It's a very good place to be in. Trust me, when I was 16, 17, I was puzzled about my life, and it's okay. But what we need to do is that we need to open our avenues. We need to think through that what we can do. What are the other, possibilities if you want to stay in India, right? There are universities like Kriya, Plaksha, Ashoka, Flame, all of these universities. I really want you guys to do your homework. The idea is not to sell the university. The idea is to, like, I'm here to offer my help in finding the right choice. To find the right option for you. Yeah. So all the very best, and I'll just stop here. Thank you.
Thank you, Vansh. Thank you very much. So students, once again, you can write in your questions in Q&A box, and please don't forget to mention the name of the university there. It'll be easier for us to take your questions afterwards. So moving on to the next university, I would like to invite Mr. Harpreet Singh from Ashoka.
Okay, so quickly trying to screen share. I hope it is visible to all by now.
Yes.
Okay, so not much time, 3-4 minutes is all I have. So let's try and conclude this. So, hi, my name is Harpreet. I'm the Assistant Director for Ashoka University. This university is really in Sonipat, which is in Haryana. It's a fully residential campus. That means you have to stay at Ashoka to study at Ashoka. There is no option for you to staying out. it's a diverse campus where diversity is not just about people from a gender. So there are 56% girls on campus, women who are students, but it's also diversity from geographical perspective. There are 18 countries where we get students from, more than 350 schools is where we get these students from. But it's also in context with diversity of thoughts, right? So this campus is really a vibrant campus. You've already heard Vansh speak of liberal education. Liberal education is really all about opening your minds, right? And Vansh made an attempt to explain you what liberal education is. But liberal education primarily is all about research. So rather than going through a rote learning where you're given a question and for you to answer, it is about questioning the question itself. It is about doing a critical thinking on whatever for that matter you do. Sadly, that has not been the case for most traditional universities within India. And that's why most students had been looking outside India for education at that level. Thankfully, the new education policy is an attempt to do all that. And what the new education policy aspires is what Ashoka is already. So it's an interdisciplinary model in which it's not about you studying multiple subjects together. It is about how do these multiple subjects talk to each other, right? So for example, Facebook, it's an IT company, but is it only software designing which you do? Answer is no. Does Facebook make money? Answer is yes. You got to do economics. Does Facebook has the potential of altering people's decisions and minds? Answer is yes, psychology. But Mark Zuckerberg was also called in a courthouse hearing, questioned on something which is ethics. Ethics is not a study of computer sciences. It is a study of philosophy. It's not even a study of law. So if you see the world like that, you would see that, you studying one thing in one isolation does not work, right? So that's what a liberal education is. But the other benefit is it allows you to thus be of any background. You could be a sciences student, you could be a commerce student, you could be a humanities student, it does not matter. You could do whatever you want to do at Ashoka, right? So a humanities student could do a degree in biology, sciences student could do a degree in philosophy, literature, whatever. But again, you go beyond that, do multiple things together simultaneously, but not in isolation, but seeing from a perspective, how do they work with each other? Because of the nature of what we are and what we deliver, we rank number 2 in India, according to the Education World Rankings, not in any subcategory. We are a need blind admission. That means we don't look at your pocket to give you a seat. But once we have given you a seat, then we give you financial aid based on what is there in your pocket. So if you can afford it, there is no scholarship. But if you cannot afford it, whatever you can't afford is what Ashoka takes care of it. So in other words, if you can't afford a single penny, then your entire education is free, right? Average salary packages is 8.5. Annual fees is close to 9.4. This is including tuitions and residential, because no point telling you non-residential costs, because residential is mandatory for you to be at Ashoka. That really sums up everything which I really have to say. But in case you have questions on what is liberal education and how does it really work, I could really answer a few. Almas, I would just need a few more seconds. And the concept is really about what makes Ashoka unique. So it goes beyond the concept of you choosing and then seeing the world. In the sense, you explore first, right? And that's the idea. So you could be a student of sciences, you could explore sciences, but don't explore sciences in isolation. You could do biology and physics alone. Initial 1.5 years is what we give you to explore and then choose. You really learn from the best, because we have faculties who are faculties from top universities like Harvard, Stanford, Yale, Princeton. Yes, I'm saying faculties who are faculties there. I'm not saying faculties who had studied from there. There's a difference there, right? Because of all this, we look at beyond rote learning. I think I've already explained this. This is primarily saying that we are a research-based university. Again, the idea is to create a world-class education, but affordable for all. I think I've given enough examples for that, right? But at the end, it goes beyond grades. I think Vansh made a point that grades necessarily may not be a good way of assessing you. So what we check is, are you a liberal student? What do I mean by that is, when you say liberal, are you an open-minded? So if you're a bookworm, you're a 99%, but you're narrowed, we would reject you. So there are students, because of this, we select, which are 60% also. There are students whom we reject even beyond their 99%. right? So the entire application process is designed to assess that liberal aspect of you. I hope that explains what we look into a student. Because of all this, it's a diverse, vibrant student body. Again, the best have contributed to form Ashoka. It's really intended to create a launch pad for you to be leaders. Well, I'm not going to speak of the foundation course, but there are primarily the foundation course, the list of majors and minors, which you could do. Again, this list, if it's confusing you, take the simplest example. Have you ever gone to a Baskin Robbins, an ice cream parlor? If the answer is yes, imagine you enter Baskin Robbins saying that you want to do have chocolate. But as soon as you enter, what do you see? You see 31 flavors of ice cream. So what you could do now, you could now say, you know what? Strawberry looks interesting. Can I taste it? Answer is yes. Taste it. If you like it, great. Continue with it. You know what? Can I add 2 scoops? Can I have strawberry and vanilla along with it? That's exactly what you could do with Ashoka. So don't get confused if you see this entire list. This is really all the flavors of programs available at Ashoka. You could pick and choose, pick and drop, be confused, which is absolutely fine. But that journey would help you sail through, understand what you want to do. You could get your degree based on that, right? I'm not going to talk about placements. Again, Google data, you could really figure out on our website. Faculty is key. I've already spoken of them, some names in case they interest you. But it's really about doing research, and 4th year is primarily dedicated for that. One interesting thing, if you do the 4th year at Ashoka, you're entitled to apply for a PhD directly after that. You don't really have to do a master's. You don't really have to do an MPhil. You could apply for a PhD, because for a PhD, primary requirement is that you got to have research background. India has not focused on research at an undergrad level. Thus, this opportunity at Ashoka, because research is the only way we teach at Ashoka right from the undergrad itself. Right. So thus just wanted to highlight that. Again, we are Ashoka because of the partnerships we have had. So these are a few partnerships right from Penn, Pennsylvania, Yale, Berkeley, and so on. But these partnerships are academic partnerships. What do I mean by this is you could still go to any university on earth till the time it has a credit transfer policy, go do their summer or a semester there, and that credit would be counted in your degree at Ashoka. But these are the universities who have really helped form Ashoka, right? I guess I'm at the end. Admission process is an online process, but it's a free process. You don't have to pay money to apply to Ashoka. It's a free process. It's an online thing, but it's not just academics. The application is intended to identify if you're a liberal student or not. But please remember, applications begin in October of your class 12th. So way prior to your board exams even starting, applications is what it begins. So if you apply in any of the 3 rounds, well, you're applying with a predictive score, which your school would be in a position to give you. If you apply in the 4th round, which happens at the end, you'll be applying with the 12th final score. I'm hoping there are questions around them, which me and my panel would be more than happy to answer. In case there are no questions, I'm just sharing my contact details. You could get in touch with us on these. We'll be more than happy to answer further questions. Thank you, Almaz.
Thank you, Harpreet. Thank you very much. So from one liberal arts university to another, I would like to invite Ms. Neha Verma from FLAME.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, principal and counselors of King's College and Almaz and all the other attendees. So my name is Neha Verma, and I'm here to represent FLAME University. FLAME stands for Foundation for Liberal and Management Education. This university is situated in Pune, and it's a beautiful 65 to 70 acre campus. We are extremely famous for the quality of education and the infrastructure that we have. So can you see my screen, Almaz?
Yes, it is there.
Okay, great. So as we have shortage of time, I'm going to straight away start with first the programs that we offer. So the programs that we offer. So we offer a BA, major and minor in economics, psychology, literary and cultural studies, international studies, environmental studies, journalism, public policy, sociology. We offer a BA honors in economics, BSc major and minor in applied mathematics, BSc honors in computer science, BBA major and minor in finance, marketing, human resources, operations, entrepreneurship, general management, out of which general management can only be taken as a major, And BBA Communications Management, the subjects under this are advertising and branding, digital marketing and communications, film and television, and communication studies. Again, communication studies can be offered as a major only. So there are about 20 majors and 21 minors that we offer. And apart from these subjects, dance, music, theater, and design are also offered as minors. So this is the specialization combination table, as you can see here. So as my colleagues mentioned earlier, what is liberal education? Liberal education gives you an opportunity to research and then decide yourself where your interest lies in, what subjects you would like to take up. So what happens is that at our university also, the courses are divided into 4 structures: the foundation courses, specialization courses, experiential learning courses, and open elective courses. So what happens is that in the first year, everybody has to take up the foundation courses. So there are about 6 foundation courses: academic writing, critical reasoning, public speaking and debate, digital literacy, introduction to applied ethics, and environmental studies. And just recently we have added 2 more courses to this. And then you have to pick up a minimum of 2 courses from the universes of knowledge that are mentioned here. So under the universes of knowledge, the courses that we are offering fall under physical and natural sciences, fine and performing arts, global studies, social science, and humanities. So what happens is that a student has to do all the foundation courses and a minimum of 10 courses from the universes of knowledge. And then towards the end of first year, that's the time when you will actually decide that yes, my interest lies in so and so subject. So let's say psychology will be my major and marketing will be my minor, or finance will be my major and public policy will be my minor. So these are the kind of unique combinations. So we offer about 250 plus unique combinations, like if somebody wants to do a major in, let's say, film and television and a minor in finance, or a major in applied mathematics and a minor in theater. So these are the kind of unique options that we give you here. It's a 3+1 year program, and that 4th year, I'm going to just come to that shortly. First, I'll explain you about the experiential learning courses, which are a very, very important part at Flame University. So during the summer of year 1, all the students have to take up developmental activities program, where the students learn the value of social responsibility. Now, under this, they have to go and work hands-on with an NGO. They learn how an NGO operates. So it's a very interesting program for the students. And then in the semester 4, we have a Discover India program, under which the students undertake field research programs. And then they study about the aspects of Indian history, culture, and civilization. So for example, under this program, the students divide themselves into groups of 7 to 10 students along with their mentor. They choose the city of their choice. They choose the topic of their choice. For example, there was a group of students who had chosen turbans of India. So they went all the way to Jodhpur, did a full research, presented their projects and movies, and they also made movies out of this. Many movies are available on YouTube. You can see the Discover India program movies on YouTube. And then in the final year, the summer of year 2, every student has to take up summer internship program where the students get hands-on industry working experience. Okay, coming to the faculty, which we are extremely famous for. We have faculty from all over the globe, starting from, these are just few of the names. We have faculty from Stanford University, from University of Cambridge, NUS, University of Michigan, and from India also, like MICA, IIMs, IITs, etc. So you can also check about the faculty details on our website. We have almost 95 plus full-time faculty at Flame University. Coming to the Global Connect, so we offer exchange programs, and you can see these are again the best of names that you can see here: York University, Yale University, Babson Collaborative, and Boston University. So all these universities are tied up with Flame University. We offer exchange programs, but a student has to earn a certain number of credits to be eligible for this program. So I was earlier talking about the 4th year, which is called the Flame Scholars Program. Now, what is this fourth year? So this is a further specialization of whatever specialization taken up over the period of 3 years. It's a full research program. This fourth year is a highly recommended year. So it's a research and scholarship in interdisciplinary areas. And the eligibility is that the student has to complete the 3-year undergraduate degree at FLAME with a minimum of 6 CGPA. We also have summer immersion programs running for students of 10th, 11th, and 12th. Every year in the month of May and June, these programs run at our own campus at Pune. So it's a 2 weeks hands-on program at FLAME University where students learn a lot about liberal education, how you should go about choosing the courses, a proper insight on that. So coming to the, these are few of the glimpses of FLAME University, the infrastructure, the dining hall, the library, and the fields, etc. These are the classrooms, the recording studios. So coming to the admission process, our admissions start in the month of December and the forms will be available from the month of October. So there are 3 pan-India rounds. So apart from your past academic records and your extracurricular achievements, we also take into consideration, we have our own FEAT exam, which is called the FLAME Aptitude Test, wherein your logical reasoning skills, analytical thinking, basic maths, basic English, all these are tested. And apart from that, there'll be a personal interview and an online essay that we'll be asking you to write. So in the months of December, February, and April, this entrance takes place all over India, wherein Delhi will also be one of the centers. So we'll be shortly updating all our centers and the dates for the entrance exam. And I'm going to share my contact details in the chat box. Please feel free to answer any question. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neha. Thank you very much. Very quickly, I would like to invite Mr. Ankur Vora from OP Jindal Global University.
Thank you, Almas. So Ankur, on behalf of Ankur and Shailendra this side. Okay. So I'll be quickly taking, that's fine. So I'll quickly take you through the university presentation. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is there.
Okay, thank you. So we are OP Jindal Global University, a philanthropic initiative by Mr. Naveen Jindal. We are based in Sonipat, spread across 80-acre campus. We are offering 16 undergraduate programs under 8 interdisciplinary schools, which makes us a multidiscipline university. So in less than a decade, we have been quoted as one of the most upcoming and promising university for humanities, social sciences, management, and law. We have also been selected by central government as Institute of Eminence, and QS World Ranking has ranked us as the #1 private university in this country. Right, and our Jindal Global Law School has always been ranked as one of the top law schools of the country, and this year we were above the National Law School Bangalore. Why Jindal Global University? So there are certain parameters, which really has helped university, wins accolades and reach this milestone. So I'll just quickly take you through all the parameters. If we talk about faculty, we have been known to maintain a ratio of 1:10 faculty-student ratio, and we have been ranked second in India for this. And each faculty member has an international degree or an international experience, and every faculty brings with them a rich industry experience to the classroom. So quickly taking through the highlights about the faculty. So 73% faculty are with at least one international degree, and 16% faculty are foreign nationals. As I said, we maintain a ratio of 1:10. And 43% faculties have a degree from top 200 universities, global universities. Talking about international collaboration, we have collaboration with almost 250 plus universities spread across 52 countries. And when I say international collaboration, it includes a student exchange program, dual degree program, summer schools, international internship, and joint research opportunities. To name a few, Harvard, Oxford, Wharton, Cornell, Berkeley. So I'll also I'll also type the website, the web address of the university, so you can go on the website and you can get more in-depth information on all this. Talking about so when I say multidiscipline, so there is a talking on the foreign collaboration. So every semester we send more than 150 students go on a semester exchange program to more than 100 plus universities, and we also have 31 dual degree programs, including Cornell, Geneva, and School of Diplomacy and Southwestern University. Talking about interdiscipline, when he said we are a multidiscipline, so it's basically other universities have explained it well, where you get an opportunity to choose and select subjects from different schools. So for example, if you're pursuing your majors in journalism, you can do your minor from other schools. You can do from humanities, management, law, or architect as well. So we offer more than 200 elective subjects to the students, and they can pick and choose as per their interest area. Talking about infrastructure, it's spread across 80 plus acre campus, and the classrooms are air conditioned and the hostels are also air conditioned. We have a library with 9,000 plus books and 12,000 plus journals. The catering services are taken care by Sodexo, and we also have a food court on the campus, which includes Domino's, Subway, and Burgers. If we talk about student life, it's active. Students keep the campus very active throughout the year. They have 28 plus clubs and societies under which they organize different cultural programs throughout the year. And it's not only studies, academics, and research. There are also sports facilities. So students do have the option to go out and choose and play their sports of their interest. So we have badminton court, that's tennis court, basketball court. We have Olympic size swimming pool as well. In fact, I would like to welcome you all to visit the campus once. So because of the pandemic, we request, in case if you're planning to visit the campus, do inform us in advance so that we can ensure that all the precautions are taken care to take you through the campus. Talking about our alumni, so our alumni are working with world-class organizations like Google, Amazon, American Express. They're also working with Think Tank, Ernst & Young, PwC, McKinsey, and our law students are working with international law firms. If talking about higher education, so our students, after pursuing graduation from here, are pursuing their higher education from world-class and Ivy League universities. So we offer 16 undergraduate programs. So we have BA LLB honors, BA LLB, BBA plus MBA, BBA honors, BA legal studies, BA global affairs, BA political science, BCom honors, economics, social sciences and policy, liberal arts, journalism, architect, built environment design, and environment studies. As I said, I'll share the link of the website. You can visit the website and you can in depth go through all the programs that we offer. And on the website, the curriculum, the faculty details, everything is there on the website. Talking about the admission process, it's an online process and it's a 3-step process. The first step is filling your online application. Second step is giving our online test, JSAT, General Scholastic Aptitude Test. And the third step is the interview with the faculty. JSAT is basically a 120-minute online test comprising 120 multiple choice questions. There are 3 sections: logical reasoning, quantitative aptitude, and verbal ability. So we have tie-up with Pearson VUE, and they have test centers across the country. As of now, due to pandemic, you don't need to go anywhere. You can sit at home and you can give this online test. For law program, the student has to apply for LSAT India. We do not take the CLAT scores, but we do entertain LSAT India scores. And for pursuing architectural program, the student has to give NATA test. In an interview, we basically look forward for the communication of the student, creativity, self-reflection. So we have very limited seats, but we receive a good number of applications. So the faculty ensures that the student is really interested and passionate towards the program, what he or she has chosen for. And apart from that, what value addition you can bring to the campus. We do also have scholarships, which are often offered on means cum merit basis. So if your family income is below 30 lakhs rupees per annum, then you're eligible for the scholarship as well. That's it from my end. If you have any queries, you can put it in the chat box. We are happy to respond to your queries. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shailendra. Thank you very much. So next up is Ms. Anna from Indian School of Art and Design.
Hi everyone, I have a presentation. Just a minute. Hi, is my screen visible?
Yes, it's coming up. It's coming.
Okay, great. So hi everyone, and thank you for giving this opportunity to interact with you all. So I'm Ahana, I'm from Indian Institute of Art and Design, and we consider ourselves as a revolutionary and independent design college based in New Delhi. Because we are passionate about bringing future relevant design education standards in India. But before I begin to talk more about IIT and our teaching and learning approaches, I think first it is important to share with you all that what design is exactly and what is the point of undergoing design education in the first place. So I think design is everywhere, be it virtual spaces, physical spaces, graphics, clothing, advertising, all of it is design, and each thing actually influences our daily decisions. Even the application which we are using right now has been made by over 50 plus teams of designers, graphic designers, which have designed the entire user experience and user interface of Zoom, which we are using right now. And what most people, I think, fail to realize is that creative thinking is a highly prized attribute. And there's a multitude of opportunities for those who want to pursue and have a career in fashion and design. So just to throw some numbers at you, unlike any other non-conventional careers where industry has come to a saturation and there are not enough jobs for graduates, design industry is expected to grow and nurture into 188.32 billions over the next 4 years, and we are producing as many designers as we need, because you can say a sort of taboo which we have around design, that design can only be pursued by students who have who choose arts or humanities as a career stream. But to break this taboo, I can put across the fact that design is the place where both science and art actually merge. So this is where IIT comes into play. We are making a small but considerable contribution to nurture design graduates who could help bridge this gap of requirement of competent designers by the industry. And to help realize this, IIT has a world-class collaboration with Kingston University, Kingston School of Art, to provide international parallel design education standards in India. So Kingston is actually pioneer of design education in the world, and it has been ranked as #1 design college by Guardians University Lakes Table 2020. So this way, any student enrolling themselves at IIT will be proud alumni of both IIT and the Kingston University. So this is a quick video to give you, because you cannot be physically present at the campus because of the pandemic. So just a quick video to give you the look and feel of our campus. From this year onwards with the 2+2 program, where a student enrolling themselves in any undergraduate program of IIED is eligible to progress into universities of US, Canada, UK, and Australia. So the list of universities will be shared with you. I can name a couple of them for you, like University of Bournemouth, University of Massachusetts, and the credits will be transferred. Princeton University credits will be transferred to the respective universities you are enrolled in, and the admission criteria are independent of these universities. To know more about this, you can contact me later and also visit our website. These are the courses which we offer. We offer 3 undergraduate design courses. Our seat intake is 160, and we also have a business course which we call the Fashion Business Management. Fashion Business Management is a new course, fairly new course, and it is for students who have a creative ability but also are willing to explore the fashion aspect of the design industry. And our design courses are fashion communication and interior. IIT is connected with over 139 plus organizations across the industry, and here to list a few, these are the top industries which have recruited our students in the past. Now quickly coming to the admission process, we select the students on the basis of an entrance test. We call it the IDAT, IIED Design Aptitude Test. So earlier we used to have physical test, but because of the pandemic, we have moved the test pattern to a completely virtual platform. Students are expected to appear for IDAT and IMAT and clear the entrance examination, and based on the performance at the entrance and based on the ITR of the earning member of the family, we also offer scholarships which can exceed up to 50%. I think that was pretty much about IID. Because we had limited time, I had to cut short the presentation, but if I could sum everything up, IID is a place which is truly a passion project which aims to nurture designers who could make a difference in the design industry. We have limited our undergraduate intake to 160 seats so that the quality of education is not compromised on. Our student-teacher ratio is 1:15, and it's a very customized curriculum as per every individual, and every individual will have a different journey at IIT. So yes, a very interesting place to be, and we are based in New Delhi, so if you can come down to Delhi, visit our campus, you can always reach out to us and contact us, and we'll be happy to help you. Yeah, that is it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you very much. So very quickly, I would like to invite Mr. Gaurav Quatra from the Academy of Pastry and Culinary Arts.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Almas. Thanks, school authorities, for this initiative. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it is there.
Yeah, thanks a lot. We are a very, very specialized college in culinary. So we call it as APCA. My name is Gaurav Quatra. We have a presence in 7 cities now in Asia, and 5 countries we have our presence. So far there have been 2,300 students who have graduated from our academy so far. This number might not look very big or large to you because we only take 14 students in one batch. So every section will have only 14 students, and it's a completely hands-on program. So our journey started in 2010 from Malaysia, although it started by Indians, 3 school friends from Delhi. One of them is Chef Niklesh. He is the man behind it. He got this idea from when he got an opportunity to visit US, and where he visited a pastry school. So he's a pastry chef by profession, and he came back with this idea and started the first pastry school in Asia. So from Malaysia, we moved to Philippines, Gurgaon, Bangalore, Mumbai, Indonesia, and Singapore. We also have a retail chain by the name of Onchonte, where our student gets an opportunity to do internships as well. The third image is of Chef Tan. I'll talk about him in this slide. He was the first gentleman to join our core team of chef, and this is our biggest achievement so far. This is something like we have a World Cup in soccer or World Cup in cricket. There is a World Cup of pastry. So yeah, it's something very different, I believe. You might never have heard about it earlier. So this competition happens every alternate year in France. And in this, we have been able to qualify thrice. And in 2019, we won the World Cup as well. So after Japan, we are the people who have won the World Cup from Asia. This is a coast team of faculty members. So it's a very, very practical oriented program. So this program is primarily for those people who love food and love kitchen as well, and they want to become chef. So we are a very, very specialized college. All these faculty members have worked in the industry, and then later on they have joined the academy as trainers. And our faculty has been awarded very often, and so does our students as well. So there is a competition called a Junior World Cup of Pastry. So it has happened twice in India, and both the competitions have been won by our students, and we represented India at Italy for the final rounds. I quickly take you through some of the photographs, because when we talk about food, and it's already a lunchtime as well, so I think this will be a treat to your eyes. So no presentation is over without a macaroon when we talk about French delicacies. Can you guess what is this made of? Any guesses? You can type it in the chat box. This is made of only one ingredient, which is and added colors to it. So this is chocolate display. So this is completely made of chocolate. Again, this is another interesting sculpture done by only one ingredient, that is called as sugar. So these all are subjects which are being taught to our students. So you need to be creative. If you feel that you are creative in nature and you love food and you want to do something very, very different and very interesting, so you can think about becoming a chef. This third image is again a very, very tricky image. This is completely made of bread. So bread, what we generally consume during our breakfast. This is a next level form of it. We train our students in all the different entremets, cakes with different garnishes, sponge, things like that. We also cover hot kitchen, different cuisines, both Indian and international cuisines. Like here you see Italian cuisines, French cuisines. I'll just running you through some of the slides. You can have a look at it and then give you an idea about how we train our students. So molecular gastronomy, it's a very, very interesting subject. It's a combination of science and food put together. And there are very few institutions in India who train their students on molecular gastronomy. There are a lot of people who come down from a background where they want to set up their own ventures. So this program has been taken by a lot of such students. This is like one restaurant by the name of Roots in Bangalore. It's a family-owned business. So our chef is now trying to take it to the next level. I'm just taking you through some more initiatives by students. So another cafe by one of our students, Chef Rashid. So if you want to set up something like that in your future, you have to study food. Like Chef Anishi is from Kolkata. She has an amazing cafe in Kolkata. She is an engineer by profession, and after completing her engineering, she realized she wants to be a chef. This is our offering in terms of the program. So primarily this is divided into two parts. One is the pastry and baking side of it, which includes chocolate, croissants, savory items, breads, things like that. And the culinary, which is a hot kitchen, Indian, Italian, Thai, continental, all those stuff. So we have 3 programs with us. A shorter duration program starts with 6 months of diploma programs, then 1 year of advanced diploma programs. And the students who pass out from the class 12th, for them we have a 3-year program in which first year goes into pastry and baking. The second year is culinary and business side of it. Third year is completely international internships, 6 months in France and 6 months in Middle East. So in this way, they complete their 3-year UG program with us. I'll request you, if you are interested in taking up something like this in your future, you can take a screenshot of this screen. It has my number, my email ID, and the website. Do visit us, and any doubts, you can post it in the Q&A section. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you, Gaurav. Very appetizing pictures that you have shown. So
Thanks a lot.
Moving on to the Q&A session now. So as I can see, most of the questions have already been answered, and a lot of questions are also in line. So before moving on to the questions from the students, I would like to ask the faculty and the counseling department if they have any queries for the delegates who are present there today. Then I will move on to the questions from the students. Neeru ma'am, if you have any query.
Yeah, please move on with the students because they are really important for us. We do not have any such queries.
Okay, sure, we'll do that. Most of the questions have already been answered though. So there's a question, open question right now from Zoya. She says she wants to know the tuition fees of IIAD. So Ahana, if you can elaborate on that.
Okay. So undergraduate tuition fee for IIAD per annum is 3.8 lakh rupees. If you want to have a detailed breakdown of the fee structure, please visit our website. Just Google IIAD. And the first link which pops up will be of our official website, and you can have the entire breakdown of the fee structure as well. So to summarize, it's 3.8 lakh per annum.
Okay, thank you, Ahana. So once you have written that you want to know the fee structure, so kindly mention the name of the university or the school you want to know the fee structure of. Moving on to the next question, Gurvanch wants to know that what are the requirements to get in the Academy of Pastry and Culinary Arts? Gaurav, what are the requirements to get in?
Gurvan, immediately after class 12, you can apply for it. You just have to write an SOP and you have to convince us that you love food and you love kitchen as well. So once the chefs are convinced, you have completely be a part of the academy. Thank you.
So Vikram has also given an open question, how to prepare for these exams. I guess he is talking about the competitive exams here. So moving on to the next question. This is for the Canadian universities. What is the fee structure of law courses? Ashish wants to know this. So one by one you can answer. Div and Saurabh.
What I'm going to do is I'll quickly answer that. The student first needs to understand that they need to have a bachelor's degree before they pursue law, because law is at a master's level. So you need to do you can have a bachelor's degree in any stream. It could be engineering and then pursuing law. It could be social sciences and then pursuing law. The law program after your bachelor's is a 3 years program. Per year, the cost will be close to 17 to 18,000 Canadian dollars. If you so a Canadian dollar is 55 rupees. If you do the conversion or the math, you will know what the actual price is going to be. Thank you.
Okay, so there's one more question before moving on to Saurabh. One more question for you, Divya. For the male nursing course, formalities and the fee structure he wants to know.
Okay, so the application to most of the Ontario universities are very simple. You have to apply through the Ontario University's Application Center, OUAC. There is a 105 form which you need to fill. Once you've filled up that form, the university, the respective university will get in touch with you. They send you the credentials, your user ID and password. You get access to the University of Ottawa Zone account. You have to upload your documents. Once you've done that, you're good to go. This is what you need to, these are the formalities that you need to follow to apply to the universities in Ontario, the District of Ontario. Other than that, you have to submit your grade 10th, 11th and 12th scorecards. For University of Ottawa, the minimum requirement for most of our courses is 80%. The higher the better. For engineering courses, in fact, last year the cutoff went all the way up to 92%. So if you have more than 90% for engineering courses, I think you are in competition. And if you have more than 80% in social sciences or arts, you are in competition. So make sure that you're good in your academics. These are the two requirements. Other than that, it's the IELTS requirement. That's about it. That forms your file and you have to apply after.
Thank you, Divya. So getting back to the law courses, Saurabh, your take on that.
Yeah, so at UVic, we also don't take students just after 12 for law programs. They need to have at least a bachelor's in any discipline, then they have to apply as a second degree. So nothing more to add to what Divya has already covered.
Okay. So I'll just quickly take the questions which are already answered, but I want you to take it once again so that all the students can hear that. So Yuvik had a question. What is the difference between computer engineering, computer science, BSc, and software engineering?
Okay.
So if you can
I'll tell you.
answer that.
I'll tell you. Most of the first year is mostly common for all the three programs, because in Canada and most universities, I mean, you don't declare your majors right from day one. So first year is mostly common, and then you decide based on your interest areas and the kind of modules you want to pursue. Whether you want to get into more on the software engineering side, or you want to be, stick to, hardware and software part, you can stick to computer engineering, or if in case you want to get into more application side and you want to go for BSc computer science. Since I mean, we have all three programs in the same faculty, so there is no change of faculty required. All three are in faculty of engineering. So it depends on you what exactly you wish to do.
Okay, okay.
Almost, if I could try and answer that.
Yes, definitely.
Right. Okay, so a lot of Indian students normally understand BTech computer sciences or BSc computer sciences as the way to do something in that. Now, this I could say it out of experience because I've worked with companies like HCL and IBM in the fields of artificial intelligence and robotics. So you got to understand this. When you're doing engineering, you could be doing hardware, you could be doing networking, you could be doing multiple things, right? In that sense, BSc would primarily be in the sense of software. Now, the challenge is if you do a normal BSc, it will primarily focus on the software angle of it. However, if you do the liberal education BSc computer sciences, then you're able to do computer sciences along with the sense of psychology, economics, entrepreneurship. You could create multiple layers to it, right? So most universities, international universities, are liberal universities. It is just that we have to introduce this word liberal in India specifically, and we have to repeat it again and again. However, in next 10 years, we believe all universities in India would be forced to become liberal institutes, including the IITs. But if you're choosing to do something today, then please be conscious. If you're doing something in computer sciences, my personal recommendation is stay away from any traditional university who teaches you just coding within India or anywhere on earth, right? That's my recommendation, because if you're learning only coding and coding constantly keeps evolving, keeps on changing, you're bound to really, looking for another training program in time to ensure you're employed, right? And that is what is happening in the industry. So that's a recommendation in case any Indian student really is looking at that.
Thank you, Harpreet. So Gaurav, if you can once again repeat the requirements for your university, how to get into ACPA. Are you there, Gaurav? So I'll just move on to the next question while Gaurav takes this question. So there's one question from Ashish. This is for all the universities. He wants to know, do these universities come under government? So one by one, you can answer this question. So this is for the foreign universities also. Yeah.
Good. So because he mentioned government, I would like to mention Canada. All Canadian universities are publicly funded. There are only 96 universities in Canada. And so it is, and I think this is also the case in Australia. Maybe not the case in the US, but all Canadian universities are publicly funded. So you don't really have to, and there are only 96. So, irrespective of what university you choose, you are going to a good university. They don't have a bad university, in Canada. So I would, that's all I really wanted to add.
Well, just because he said bad university, I like to now state, just because a university is private does not make it bad first, right? Second, I wanted to state that. Second, so Ashoka is a philanthropic initiative where 150 plus founders have come together to form the university. But you can't set up a university within India which offers you a degree without certification from the government. So there are 2-3 government certifications you would really need to provide a degree. We are a UGC recognized university. We have the capacity to create our own programs. We could really do that. We are not deemed to be university. We are a university. We are not under another university. We are individual university. So that's something which you gotta keep in mind. But I doubt if there is any over here who's not recognized by the government. But yeah, there are a few programs offered by a few. There are a few programs offered by a few on panel today, which are not degrees, which are diploma. Just do that check. Right. That's it.
Okay. Yes, Neha, you wanted to add something.
We are a state private university recognized by UGC. And as rightly said by Mr. Harpreet, I think each one of us are, recognized.
Okay. So just wanted to take a view from another foreign university. So Doljit or Rahul, if you can give your take on that.
Can I? Almaz? Can I?
Yes, Doljit.
So regarding ESSEC, of course, in Paris, we have different institutes, private as well as the government funded. But if I talk about ESSEC, ESSEC is fully, it's funded by French Chambers of Commerce. And the certificate, mostly you saw it is Triple Crown accredited. Plus, it is well recognized worldwide. And the plus point in ESSEC is the degree of ESSEC. It is the students, they don't need to go worldwide, frankly speaking. If you see the placement, why it is so high? Because it is certified or recognized by the, of course, worldwide as well as the European Union. So the student, when you think of European Union, it is 26 countries. So if you get a degree from ESSEC, so the students can apply in 26 countries under European Union. But at the same time, if I think of some students who get a degree and diploma from different countries, so now you know everybody, the globalization, what we talked about last year, it is everybody putting a barrier, social distance, everything is there. So same way, the job situation also, people try to make it, preserve it for their own areas. So I'm sure you all known about some countries where I don't want to mention, where they are protecting their own locality. So at the same time, this is the plus point in this COVID situation. If you see the percentage, it doesn't matter if they get a placement or if they go for apprenticeship or internship. All the students from ESSEC, they are 100% placed.
Thank you, Doljit. Thank you very much. So moving back to the question for Gaurav, if you are there.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, so if you can repeat the admission process and the requirements.
Yeah, so in our case, you have to complete your class 12. And once you have done that, you have to fill up an application form, which has an SOP, statement of purpose, which you have to write it in detail, which is validated, which is evaluated by chef and followed by an interview. And then students are awarded a seat at academy.
Thank you, Gaurav. So there was one question I saw for Rahul regarding the admission process and the fee structure for Instituto Marangoni.
The application process is very simple. As I earlier mentioned, you need a little essay explaining yourself. What is your dream job, career? Why are you choosing fashion, art, or design as an option? And the fee structure for Mumbai is about approximately 8 lakhs, inclusive of the GST taxes. For study abroad, it's approximately 18 lakhs per year is the tuition fee at Milan, London, Paris. Yeah. And then IELTS is required only partially for the London and Paris schools. Yeah. And coming to earlier, the question about recognition, Marangoni ranked #1 in Italy and 7th in the world. So it's internationally recognized. And for these courses in fashion, art, and design, yeah, it doesn't matter. It is what is the close. Marangoni had the opportunity to become a deemed university in the 50s, but we chose to remain private and small because we work very closely with the industry and in developing the industry. It has been very key. It has developed the luxury industry over the last 50 years significantly. So that is most important. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rahul. So I can see a lot of questions has been answered here. So this is the last call from my side for all the questions. So before wrapping up, Nikhil wants to know, this is for Ashoka University. He says, if I get a 3-year degree from Ashoka, may I get admission in Masters in Canada in the science field?
Definitely. So what Ashoka offers is a 3-year, in case you're choosing to do it from sciences, for example, BSc in biology, physics, computer sciences, mathematics, whatever for that matter, a stream of sciences you choose, you get a BSc degree. However, you should know this, since there is a concept of a dual degree, in the sense, not dual degree, my apologies, dual major, right? So I could really be doing a major in philosophy along with physics, for instance. Right? So any international university really does not see the name of the degree. It really sees the transcript of what you have studied. And when you're required to apply for a master's in any program internationally, you're required to upload a transcript. So they would consciously see what you have studied, and based on that offer you a master's degree. Right, so it's not just for pure sciences also. So in case you would have chosen a non-sciences program and you would have done things as a second major in a pure sciences, you could also be applying into a master's in sciences anywhere on earth. However, there are a few schools on earth which require 16 years of an undergrad, and there are very few schools now left in the US who have that clause left, right? When those schools you apply to, there are two ways of navigating yourself across. So one is a world economic, so there is a conversion you could do if somebody from the Canadian school could really answer that. So there's a conversion which you do after the 3-year program is completed. You have that transcript uploaded, and based on that, it creates a certificate which makes it eligible for you to apply to a 16 years undergrad program. However, the other option at Ashoka...
WES. That is
WES, right.
WES.
Right. The other opportunity is that you do the 4th year at Ashoka, which is optional, which you do after the completion of the 3rd year. And that makes your degree eligible for 16 years of an undergrad in that sense, right? So that's really an opportunity available for you to do. Yeah. Anybody from Canada could want to add a line to it?
Yeah, before moving on to that and the taking last question, I would like to ask everyone if you can switch on your video cameras for a quick photograph. Yeah. So Miss Lily Nagpal, Ahana. Okay, so I guess these 3 people are not available right now. Okay, everyone is there. Thank you very much. Thank you. So moving on to that questions of Harpreet sir. So Saurabh, if you're there, so you can answer.
Look, I mean, WES evaluation, I don't think so. We require that. It's not required for Canada at all.
Right. Okay. So as I said, so either universities would accept a 15 years of an undergrad. However, any university which consciously looks for a 16 years of an undergrad would either look at a WES ranking or...
I can reply, maybe I can reply to this question.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
For WES, actually, we have to send our transcripts. The students can send their qualification, BSc or whatever they have done. And within a period of 15 or 20 days, they will get a reply from them, and you will get a certified script from WES, which is where they are going to compare your degrees. Sometimes it might happen that the 4-year degree done from anywhere in the world can be compared as 3 years degree in Canada. And also similarly, if 3 years you have done in India, it can also be India or anywhere in the world, it can also be compared as 4 years. So it depends on Canadian government and how they are actually comparing based on the credits you have got while you have studied.
Right, and so the other challenge,
based on their own perspective and their own criteria.
I agree. And the other challenge is you do the WS evaluation after you have completed your degree. And for most master's program, you apply technically in the final year of you being your undergrad. So you really lose an year from that perspective. So it's normally recommended for you to really go for a 4th year or do a 1-year PhD, which makes your education eligible for a 16 years program. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So towards the last question for this session, this is for Instituto again. Anu wants to know how can I apply for Instituto Marangoni after my 12th.
Oh, it's very simple. Visit our website, www.institutomarangoni.com, or you can contact me. I've put my details, info.india@institutomarangoni.com, and I'll be happy to send you the application forms for the admission. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rahul. And now I would like to hand over this session to King's College again for a short thank you note. Neeru ma'am, over to you.
Yeah, Mr. Dushyant Bafna is going to speak on our behalf now. Mr. Dushyant, over to you now.
Yeah,
thank you, Almas, from my side. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, hello, good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah, thank you. This is Dushyant Bafna. I'm the Senior School Coordinator in the Examination Officer for KCI Rohtak. And on behalf of all KCI family, I would like to first of all thank all the parents and the teachers and the students of KCI and MDN who have joined in this session. And I would also like to thank ICEA, Mr. Nazir and Ms. Almas for organizing this in collaboration with KCI. I would also like to thank the principal, Dr. Lily Nagpal, MDN School. And I would also like to thank Senior Coordinator, Dr. Lalita Malik from MDN School. Last but not the least, I would like to thank our own team, our officiating headmaster, Mr. Sujit Singh. I would also like to thank Ms. Neeru, who is the coordinator for counseling department. And I would like to thank one and all the delegates of the universities who have made this session possible. And it was really an enlightening and an encouraging session for all of the parents and students of our school and MDN as well. I hope the students and parents might have got the clear idea of the requirements and all the necessary degrees, qualifications and fee details. And I request all the university delegates to please pass on the necessary flyers, admission process details, grade specifications and fee structures along with scholarships to our counseling department, so that if there are any further queries in near future, we can take it up individually from the school, and then we can connect the student with the delegates and with the universities in due course. So thanks again. Thank you so very much. And I would just like our officiating headmaster to wrap up things by giving his session.
Thank you. Just the last thing, all the panelists will be very happy to have you with us sometime in King's College, India and MDN Public School campus. Please do let us know that if any time you are near Delhi or in Rohtak, and we'll be happy to have you with us. Thank you for all your support, and I'm sure this association will be there for a long time.
Thank you everyone. Thank you King's College India and all the delegates for joining us today. This is goodbye from us. Stay safe and stay healthy, people. See you in our next fair. Goodbye.
Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you all.